Most of my photography adventures begin with a destination in mind. Whether it's a waterfall hidden in the woods or a lighthouse standing against the coast, I usually have a specific subject I'm hoping to capture. This outing was different. I had no real plan, just a camera, some free time, and a curiosity to see what I might discover. My first stop was a small roadside lake where a couple days earlier I had spotted some ducks I couldn't immediately identify. They definitely weren't mallards, and I was hoping that they'd still be around so I could get a closer look. Unfortunately, they had already moved on. The only ducks I did find were what I believed to be a female mallard and some young ducklings, but they stayed well on the far side of the lake, content to keep their distance. It wasn't the wildlife encounter I'd hoped for, but it was part of the adventure. Sometimes nature rewards your plans, and other times it encourages you to keep on exploring. So I'm at an osprey's nest. I have a little bit of a height advantage. I'm up on a little ledge here, but I was hoping to get a little bit higher. So right now I'm just recording to see if it does anything interesting on this right up there, which is where I shot the reeds, is just in behind there. So it's super close to that. So the wind's picked up, which is nice because it's been gross, but I'm just gonna film here and see if it does anything interesting. He's just been calling and chilling in the nest, and then haven't decided what I'm going to do next. So I might take some long exposures of some rocks that are on Rocky Lake a little further back, or backtracking from the lakes I was at before. And yeah, it's either that or hike a trail system that doesn't really go anywhere, and then kind of shoot what I see. But I think the rocks might be more interesting in these conditions, but we'll see if this guy does anything. This outing took place the day after Canada Day. While I was waiting for the Osprey to put on a show, which never actually happened, I spent some time capturing some B-roll instead. These are my go-to images whenever I make a Canada Day post, and they've served me well over the years. Canadian flag blended with some bursting fireworks and a water droplet macro image. Well, there's more grass in here than I would have wanted, but we'll pick out some of these rocks here. There's some further out that don't have the grass that I can probably shoot from the road, but the idea is probably here some long exposures to completely smooth the water out, which it's not moving crazy amount, so maybe in the 6-second area, and then we'll get probably high contrast black and white, go super minimalist, and that's the thought process to start. We'll see if that changes or not, but let's get set up and find a composition. So switch to manual, 2-second timer, and we'll go to, I got 9 stops on, a 3 and a 6. Should be 9-second exposure, so we'll do 10, And that's kind of my framing, so a little bit wide, but I'll have to remove this guy and that guy likely. So 10 seconds did a pretty good job on smoothing the water, and it's even a little bit rougher right now, and the wind's kind of picked up a little bit. I think that'll be a good start. Double soaker, but on a day like today, it's not that bad. Slippery rocks. So this rock here looks kind of neat. Kind of looks like a mountain, and it's even got like a white top, so a snow-covered top kind of deal. And then kind of just with that type of composition. It'd be neat if I could incorporate some of these other rocks and kind of make it look like that's like Mount Everest, kind of like just a dominant against a bunch of other mountains. But I don't know if I have enough angles here with how all these rocks are in the water, which is pretty deep out in this area. Oh, put the ND filters on and get this one. It actually kind of looks like you're above the clouds, and these are the peaks coming through the clouds. I'm gonna probably change my composition and get a gap in between those two. Just a little extra space. So I've spent like 15-20 minutes on this composition, and I think I like the first one better. I have kind of raised it up, but you kind of lose the depth of that other rock in the background when I raise it, but I don't know. I'm gonna decide. I'll put the best one up now. All right, where am I? So my tripod's here. I'm shooting over this grass, and then gonna use this as my subject. I'm gonna go for a pano, and I'm gonna try to make it. I got which rocks here? These two, in the foreground, and I have this guy, and I think there's one other, that one, maybe. So I'll show you, and then kind of make it look like Mount Everest. That's what I'm trying. That's what happens when you don't have a plan. NEMA filters. So still using 9, my 3 and 6. And again, I'm playing in the 10 second, 8 second area. depending on what the sun's doing. There's somewhat clear skies, so you know what that means. Full moon. It was actually the strawberry moon the other day that I snapped a few pictures of coming home from work late one night, or super early one morning, I guess. I'll fire those up here and then get this all set up and show you what I got. So again, I'm gonna go for a pano. So it's gonna cut out that top part and then the bottom here. And again, this is at 120 millimeters, which isn't that far away. Well, you can let me know if you think that looks like mountains or not. Probably gonna call it here. I need to start making my way back to the ball field. But yeah, didn't think I'd be shooting rocks today. And I don't know if I can get away with taking a single picture of a rock. But it is what it is. I did come out here with no plan. My plans always get foiled anyway, so. Anywho, we'll see you in the next one, hopefully.